I have a genuine question that I wanted to ask about. Well, actually, something I wanted to talk about for a while now. I've noticed that most pop culture or most media always gets ruined by one thing. And besides it being, stuff including like writers or directors or just the studio's take on something, it's not always that. Because there are some great directors and shit like that who really know how to bring a character to life. For example, Christopher Nolan with the Batman movies. To be fair, the last one was really bad that it nearly killed the character. And guess what? He brought it back with the fucking Batman Begins. But that's not what I'm talking about. My point is, I think the reason why most pop culture and most media is ruined, not because of studios, although it can happen, it is because of fans. I don't know what it is about most fandoms where they're just so toxic and so against something that they gotta ruin it for everyone. And a good example of this is recently with all this fucking Snyder shit. For those who don't know, the new DCU will be starting very, very shortly. Now, technically, it has started with Creature Commandos. However, its first feature film, Superman, is coming out very shortly, and I'm very excited for it, okay? I've never really been this hyped for Superman before. And the fact that these people are like so delusional, the fact like, oh, just because Henry Cavill's not gonna be it's gonna be bad. That is not how it works. Okay, look, Henry Cavill was good, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and deny that. However, if you were talking about Superman, I hate to say it, but just he wasn't written well. And I'm not gonna blame Cavill for that. That was basically the writers and them trying to have Superman as this like godlike person instead of just a normal down to person, because that's what he is. Down to earth person. That's literally what Superman is. Read a fucking comic book. My criticism is that these people will go out of their way to just straight up ruin like everything. This is a common trope. Okay, this happens before. Either they announce a casting for a character, people hate it, and then guess what? After it comes out, they suddenly praise it. It's the same cycle over and over and over again. And I have to admit, I'm like really sick and tired of it. Personally, I love Superman a lot, okay? I'm not too crazy about him like it's for Batman. However, I do like the character a lot. And I do have faith in this movie because I do genuinely think that it will perform well. It's not probably going to make like $1 billion, let's be realistic, but I think it will make good money. I think it'll be good either way. If not, then obviously. But that's not the whole point I'm trying to make. My point is, why is it that so many people got to ruin so many things? Another example is the Fantastic Four. I know some people weren't like crazy over the thing having like a bushy eyebrow and stuff. It's in the literal fucking comic book. And it's like, look, I get it. Okay, you don't like the way it looks. I understand that. If you don't like it, then instead of trying to ruin it for a person, don't watch it. It's like they just genuinely don't fucking watch it. Like it genuinely pisses me off that these type of people exist. Look, I will admit, I'm not entirely crazy on like anime and stuff. Okay, I'm not like huge on that. However, I'm not gonna go out of my way to a fucking manga store and just straight up berate people. That doesn't make you likable in any way, shape, or form. If anything, that makes you a biggest piece of shit that nobody wants to hang out with, nobody wants to talk to, and nobody fucking likes you. So what is my whole point to this? My whole point is I genuinely think the reason why most pop culture and media is ruined nowadays is because of most fandoms. Yes, like I said, there are movie studios that really just sometimes mess things up. A great example of that, Warner Brothers. Although they're not perfect, and although they've had some good movies, let's be honest, they have really messed up a couple times. They were trying to rush out that whole DCEU, which is the reason that mainly failed. And yeah, look, they had to get a whole new reboot, which I genuinely think is a good idea. Marvel should really listen to that. I think it's time to reboot the MCU after Secret Wars because it's just whatever. But yeah, that's just kind of my whole rant about this. I genuinely don't like how there's just so many fans out there who are like this. Obviously, there's not all fans. Like fans like me, we just want to enjoy stuff. But I just hate the fans who are going out of their way to ruin stuff. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the new Superman coming out? Personally, I think it'll do great.